thank you. Do you know, everybody, that I actually train teachers? So can everybody have their eyes on me, is what I say? Shh. Can I have eyes on me? Because when I teach kids, I freak out when there's classroom management problems.
What part of your body do you want the eyes on?
I want the eyes right. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Really, the eyes should be here, but if you want, Barbara, the eyes should be here. All right. Thank you, Scott. So this is. Can we just all, first of all, say happy birthday to Leslie? This is. That this is Leslie's Coachella. You know that Coachella is going on right now? Yeah. You know that like 250,000 of our best friends are now in the desert? And do you know that Leslie knows Burning Man, you told me, is one of your favorite things? So that you know that I will never, ever, ever, ever go to Burning Man or Coachella? Because I am a living Jap. But I do hope that this is, don't you think this is her Coachella right here and her Burning Man? She has all her best friends. We all love each other, don't we? Well, we've loved each other at some point, but we all are going to have a great time. We're going to dance, we're going to sing. The police may bust us up at some point, right?
I'm trying to keep it a little less so that we can go longer.
In about 10 minutes? And really, I'm trying that none of us go to the hospital. And that none of us get pregnant, really, please. And do you know that I have, the only time that I've gone camping, I went camping with a group of inner city kids. And it was so hot and miserable that I literally threw up next to my car. I went into my car, turned on the air conditioning, went to sleep, and forgot about the kids. And then I quit the next day. And that was the last time that I've ever gone camping. Because I am the biggest Jap that has ever been invented. Thank you very much. But, you know, in honor of Passover, who here kept Passover? Anybody?
Yeah.
Well, no, how did you keep Passover? You had matzah, which is great and filling and causes all kinds of issues. But, and what did you do?
Excuse me, sir.
I went to an Orthodox Passover.
Are you kidding me?
5 hours.
And which way did you lean? To the left or to the right?
I leaned left.
Oh, thank you very much for leaning left. But you need to know that I kept Passover very strictly this year. I had no flour, I had no noodles, rice or beans, and I'm so sorry. Where's Larry Sheckman? Where is he?
Where?
Larry!
Larry, I realize that this is the one week that your business suffers with the Jews. He works at a plant that produces rice and beans. So really, this is the one week that we can't use you, but the rest of the year we can.
For Sephardic.
You know what? And for Sephardic, Eli, you are so right. It's a blessing to Sephardics. Because we can have rice and beans. You know? And then you can also go to a Seder the last 6 hours. But you know, I was so strict this year that my boyfriend was incredibly unhappy. Do you know why? I refuse to touch anything that rises. And so, it was really a very bad week for us. It was even worse, I'm so sorry to say, because I am prone to yeast infections. That I would break Passover if you just touched me. So, I had to let Passover go, and by the way, it ended tonight. Isn't it great? Is everybody enjoying your first day after Passover? Because we eat bread, and then really let her just eat meat. I'm just hold on, sorry. Sorry, I never say that ever. I'm sorry. I don't. On Thursday, I'm doing PG-13 humor, and this is something that I cannot use there whatsoever. It's just so going back to Jews and Seders, is that I went to a Seder and there were a bunch of single dads there with their daughters, and I was talking about some of my reasons for not doing some of the things that I usually do, and their eyes just went poof. Now, others were on the room, and I thought maybe they were just imagining their daughters at some point being me, or maybe they just heard a Jewish woman say the word blowjob. And then they realized those are rare things that happen together. And then, and so I had to just go with it and just say, the first, I was not very good at giving blowjobs initially, and that's because I was a smoker. I attribute it to being a smoker. And I went to a new doctor, and he was examining me, a gynecologist, And he said, you're a smoker, right, aren't you? And I said, how do you know? He says, well, I can smell it from inside out. I said, oh my God. He can smell that I'm a smoker, I gotta stop. I have to stop. So I asked him, you know what, I'm addicted to cigarettes, what do I do? And he said, well, he could get me to stop. He had a two-pronged approach. Number one, did you know that you could be addicted to nicotine your entire life and it won't kill you? It's cigarettes that do. It's the shit they put in cigarettes. Sorry, Christy, I had to say that. It's not about the cigarettes, it's the cursing. But it's the crappy cigarettes. And I said, okay, I buy that. What do I do? He said, well, he had a two-pronged approach. Number one was he had a nicotine delivery system that I could use. And he pulled back and he pulled out a tray of little penises. And I said, I am not going to walk around with little fake penises smoking on them all the day. What can I do? He said, well, if you have to, I'll give you one that looks like a cigarette. I said, okay, I'll take the one that looks like a cigarette. And then he said, well, I said, what's the second mechanism that you have? He says, well, you're going to have a very happy boyfriend. And I was thinking, oh, well, he'll want to kiss me because my breath won't stink of smoke, or, I'll be able to exercise because I won't, gasp for air. And he said, no, you'll be giving him more blowjobs. I said, excuse me? This is a doctor. Remember, Patrick, this is a doctor talking to me, telling me about blowjobs.